Well, hello, Transparent Church and friends. This is Pastor James with the Word of the Day. Today I want to spotlight Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 and 25 from the New Living Translation, where we find these words. Let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works. 25. And let us not neglect our meeting together, as some people do, but encourage one another, especially now that the day of his return is drawing near. Well, as we get started with the day and continuing the theme for the week on the need for encouragement, I want to use for a theme today, creating a culture of encouragement. The Hebrews writer begins to share that we ought to provoke, King James Version, we ought to motivate one another to acts of love, New Living Translation. In either case, there's a purpose in our coming together. As we look at this passage today, I think you are hard-pressed to find any leader who would look at this passage and look at culture from the perspective of creating culture without having a word that comes to mind. Whether you're talking about someone who has developed a culture that is thriving as a result of having a quality, positive, encouraging culture, or someone who has seen a culture come to the point to where there's chaos. One word will come to the surface, and that word is intentionality. If you are going to, and I'm going to create a culture where there is encouragement, encouragement in the culture doesn't happen by accident. It happens based on intention. So as people of faith, as leaders, we need to be people who begin to be intentional about how we create a culture of encouragement. It starts with you and I as the leader. The speed of the captain determines the pace and the rate of the ship. So today, I want to challenge you to realize the hump day help with me, and it's simply this. Culture can be created. Culture has been defined as what you accept and or allow or how we do things here. And when you as a leader and I as a leader and people who are part of our team show up and we do our part to encourage, we help to shape the stage and set the stage rather for encouragement to be a part of our culture. But you can rest assured that culture can be created. So the question I want to leave with you today is, what will you do in your home, on your job, and in your church to help create a culture of encouragement today?